Well, hello and welcome back to the Filmbox podcast. We are here. It has been a long time since we recorded, but it's only been a week since you've listened. I am your host, Aaryn Souza. I'm joined today by the usual crew, Connor and Sam. How are you guys? It's been like 2.5 weeks since we recorded last.
I don't remember the last time we recorded in the morning either.
Yeah, oh my god, I know.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Lots of stuff has happened, both for the pod, watching movies and stuff, and also for one of our friends here, Connor. What happened?
Got engaged.
Hey, congratulations.
Yay.
That is now 3 for 3 on the pod. We are all
up.
engaged / married men, which is great. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Your boxer is in the mail.
Yeah, we'll be sending you an award. So today, on this episode, we are closing out our Man vs. Monster theme month for Spooky Horror Month, although this won't be the last pod we do in October, so stay tuned. Ooh, spooky. Stay tuned for something coming out a little bit later this week. But today we are reviewing Anaconda from 1997, starring Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, and a whole host of wonderful people. All right, well, we got to talk about Anaconda. But before we dive into the review, I have to ask you guys, have you guys seen this movie before?
Bits and
Neither have I.
pieces.
Oh.
So, funny enough, bits and pieces, not like ever concurrently, but like enough where I know the movie.
Yeah, you
I've
basically
seen
seen the movie.
Yeah. And I've seen the sequels, but never the original.
That's weird.
Like on the Sci-Fi Channel, I've seen like the really crappy ones.
Yikes. All right, well, we are going to talk about this. Do any of you own this on physical media? That's a hard no. That's a hard no. Unfortunately, none of us own this movie. I was going to try and buy it, but it was expensive to buy anything online, and also the Blu-ray, or they just released like a 4K steelbook of it. Yeah, there's a 4K steelbook for Anaconda that you can buy on Amazon, and it's like a very recent release, like within the last couple months. But if you're like us and you had to watch it online, well, you can watch it a couple places. You can watch it on Philo, ladies and gentlemen, if you have Philo.
It's literally on Pleek.
So if you're the 3 people that have Philo and pay for a $30 monthly subscription, you can do that. Or Netflix only if you have the ad-free tiers, which are at least $18 or more, which is absolutely insane. Or you can be like us and rent it, because I rented it. Yeah, so let's dive in. So, Anaconda is a 1997 action-adventure horror film directed by Luis Llosa, or Losa, starring Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Jonathan Hyde, and Owen Wilson. This was a co-production between the U.S. and Brazil, and it was written by Hans Bauer and Jim Cash and Jack Epps Jr., with cinematography by Bill Butler. This movie was released by Sony Pictures releasing, and produced by Columbia Pictures, released April 11th of 1997, with a runtime of 89 minutes and a budget of $45 million. How much did this movie make at the box office?
God. 5 million. Actually, I had Jennifer Lopez in it, so I'm going to say more like 15.
Okay. So you're predicting a major bomb.
Yes.
Okay, Connor?
What'd you say the budget was again?
$45 million.
I'll say 110.
This movie was an absolute smash, and it made $136.8 million.
I was going to say, I feel like it definitely made its money back because people saw Big Snake and were like, sick.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, it does have Ice Cube and...
Yeah, and J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo, yeah.
Owen Wilson.
And Jon Voight. He was
And
pretty big back.
Yeah. There's Stoltz.
So that is what the audience, how the audience came out to see it. But Sam, what did the critics and the audience actually think about it?
Yeah, so the critics and audience didn't really agree with the box office scores. So for the tomato meter, the critics is sitting at a 40%.
Oof.
And
Stinky.
with an even lower audience score at 24%.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So I think this is the first one that we have to do for, as always, we need to
review.
Yes.
There it is. Sorry, I had to get it queued up.
Waiting.
I was there.
I think this is the first one that we have to actually do a positive review on a bad movie.
Hell
So
yeah, that's the best part of this bit.
I have two 10 out of 10s on IMDb,
Okay.
but there's a lot of 10 out of 10s on IMDb. There's
That's
a lot.
crazy.
All right, this is a long one. I'll just summarize it, but says this movie actually inspired me to go to the rainforest. No lie. I actually went on a vacation to Costa Rica almost solely because this movie made the rainforest seem so kick-ass. This could be possibly my favorite movie for many reasons. Let's talk about the characters. Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube is freaking sweet in this movie. He gets stabbed in the leg, but keeps on trucking and makes sure to make a witty comment while killing snakes. Bitch. Priceless. Hole in Neck Man. Anaconda's only lowlight is that this idiot lives. I think I think he should have been stabbed in the neck with his own dart in that one scene and then suffocated painfully in front of all.
Jesus Christ.
What did they do to you?
Yeah, fuck you, Eric, I guess.
I guess. Damn.
Baby Bird. I must thank her for giving me one of the best moments in cinematic history. Her death while being strangled by Cerrone's legs. Brilliant. Owen Wilson. I'm so glad that hippie gets it good.
What,
This is gonna
what?
this is gonna give all away all the kills. So
It's all right. Jesus.
Westridge, I'm so glad that dude gets killed so uselessly and painfully. He earned
What
it.
is this masochist fucking dude?
I love
like,
this movie. Here's how but I loved how everyone died.
Yeah.
Mateo, was he even in this movie? Oh yeah, he gets eaten after about 15 minutes, almost as useless a character as the poacher. Anaconda, he is one badass monster. He gets shot and lives. He gets blown up and lives. He gets lit on fire and lives. How does he die? Only one way. By hearing the word bitch, obviously. But of course, he's back in the sequel. Overall, this movie rocks. It is unmissable and one of the best movies ever made. Come quickly, A3, and bring Cerrone with you.
Wild.
And this is a little bit shorter of a 10, but it says, you can't say anything bad about this movie.
Yes, I can.
We could try.
Try me.
This is probably the best move. This is probably the best move of all time. It's got water and trees and animals and a girl and a black guy and a crazy guy and guns and an adventure and and historical stuff and mind games and tension and black humor and special effects that are pretty good.
Still going.
Aaron, way better than Star Wars anyways.
Oh, fuck off.
And a satisfying ending. And there's maybe the best cinematography of all time or photography or whatever it's called of all time. When there's a scene that starts upside down, but you don't even know that it's upside down until the scene slowly turns upside down. And then when you realize it's not upside down anymore, whoa, that was good. Seriously, great, in fact. And the fact that Jon Voight is the key to this movie, without him, it is a completely stupid snake move. With him, it's a story of a crazy guy toying with a bunch of spoiled morons, and the snake has a lesson or two also.
Spoiled morons? They're a documentary crew.
What lessons does the snake have for them?
I don't know.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, God.
It's me, the
That is-
Anaconda.
That is
Make sure
hilarious.
you recycle so your waste doesn't end up in the river with me.
Don't disturb the natives, says the Anaconda.
Make sure you respect your
that's
mom
it.
and dad.
Uh-oh. Oh, Connor, you froze as you were trying to do that. That was really funny.
Damn.
I heard it, but it was literally like all I saw was motion blur of you going to like go and talk. Anyways, all right. Well, Connor, now that we've gone through what the people thought about it and how much money it made, why don't you take us through the actual plot of this movie?
All right. So, Anaconda in a nutshell. On the Amazon River, a documentary crew consisting of director Terry Forrest, cameraman and childhood friend Danny Rich, production manager Denise Kalberg, Denise's boyfriend and sound engineer Gary Dixon, narrator Warren Restridge, anthropologist Professor Stephen Cale, and boat skipper Mateo leave to shoot about an indigenous Amazonian tribe. They come across a stranded snake hunter, Paul Cerrone, and let him on their ship after he convinces them he can help locate the tribe. The crew is skeptical of him, but while fixing the boat, Cale is stung by a poisonous wasp and is near death until Cerrone saves his life. But he is unconscious for most of the movie. Cerrone takes over the boat and reveals his true intentions, hunting down a giant anaconda alive he had been tracking. While Mateo, Danny, and Cerrone are investigating a wrecked ship, which was revealed to be the poacher that worked with Mateo and Cerrone, Mateo is attacked and killed by the anaconda. Cerrone convinces Gary to work with him and hold the rest of the boat captive while they hunt for the snake, but Gary is then attacked and killed. The crew uses this as an opportunity to overwhelm and tie up Cerrone. The boat gets stuck near a waterfall, and Cerrone overpowers and kills Denise while the others are in the water distracted. The anaconda arrives and chases Westridge up the waterfall and attacks him, causing a tree to fall on the boat, killing Westridge, but finally waking up Cale. Danny is attacked, but Terry shoots the anaconda, and the remaining crew tranquilize Cerrone and push him off the boat. However, he catches Terry and Danny and uses them as bait for the queen anaconda, because there's two. They turn the tables on him, and the snake eats, but regurgitates him. Danny and Terry blow up the snake and eventually finally kill it by axing it in the head to finish it off. The pair reunite with Cale on the boat, and while floating downriver, the trio locate the tribe they were originally seeking out. Realizing Cerrone was indeed right, they begin filming their documentary. The end. That's Anaconda in a nutshell.
Well, so at the start of all of these episodes, all these reviews, we got to talk about what worked. And I'll start you guys with one. One of the things that I really appreciate about this movie, at least in the first half.
Not much. Sorry, I had to get that out of there.
I did really like the on-location filming. The fact that they actually went out to Brazil and filmed in the rainforest for basically the first half of the movie, I thought was really good. And I appreciate it. You can actually tell that like they really went out and did it. And it adds an extra flair to the movie, which I liked.
Mm-hmm. That was the big thing for me that I took away is just the scenery, obviously shooting on water. Mm-hmm. But the scenes like when I don't even know how many scenes that were actually like in the jungle, but the fact that they shot in a jungle is at least cool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that takes into account the practicality too.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I mean it even to your point, even the set design once the second half of the movie kind of kicks through, where it's like a lot more of the anaconda attacks and stuff, like the set design, it's pretty seamless, to be honest. Mm-hmm. There's not much of like you can tell like, oh, now they're just on a stage or they're they're in LA or whatever it is. Like it works pretty well. So I appreciated that. One of the other things that I really like that I do just want to get out there is I think the best part of this movie, which is Jon Voight.
Yeah.
Just an absolute maniac. He gives it 110% in this movie.
He really gets into character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the movie does not need it at all, but he over-delivered.
Oh yeah. It's like this movie might end up being better if it was more straightforward and didn't have just a batshit villain, but it's a lot more fun because he's in it.
I almost feel like you kind of need everyone to match his level, or you need someone else to match everyone else's level.
Yeah.
But
It is
I
a
would
lot of
rather-
like it is a lot of like very mellow performances, and then here's this guy who's like, "Yeah, snakes!" Just-
yeah.
Holy
And
shit, Sam, you are ascending. Oh my god.
Yeah, I tried to cover.
Oh, that's hilarious.
but if I had to pick, I'd rather have everyone match Jon Voight's intensity and just
Oh, can you imagine if the entire movie was like that? Crazy.
like he got nominated for like a Razzie for like I know everyone got nominated for Razzies. This was not. This was a very nominated Raspberry movie.
Yeah.
But he got nominated for a Stinker's Bad Movie Award for Worst Accent, and won. I would like to take that and say everyone should have been nominated. Everyone should have put in a performance that got nominated.
Oh, 100%.
You got to match that.
His accent in this movie is so bad. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
I need everyone to try something. Like
Yeah, right.
Like why is Ice Cube not throwing out like a French accent here? Why?
Imagine. Oh no.
It would have been best as if you had like Owen Wilson with his Australian
if he was going,
accent.
I was literally gonna say, what if he was just Australian and you had Jonathan Hyde, who is extremely British, but he was just he did an American accent.
He's just playing like an American South
Yeah.
accent. Oh man, that's great.
or Owen Wilson like over affects his wow.
He does his Owen Wilson accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a surprising lack of Owen Wilson eccentricism in this movie with Owen Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
Sam, what did you have that you thought worked well?
I think the I'll go over a couple. I think the opening scene with Danny Trejo was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it was a cool
kind
open.
of like I honestly I was like, oh, are they really gonna just like reveal the Anaconda right now? But they didn't. I thought it was a pretty good lead into of how feared this creature is, kind of. I also had the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack was very good too.
Yep. Yeah, it was intense at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I liked how quickly they really moved into the actual adventure part of it. Like, cold open happens, and then they cut to J-Lo, and then it's like, okay, we're getting ready, we're gearing up, and then we're out. We're on the boat. It's like right away. There's no lead up, and I appreciate that. It really gets in. And like also the backdrop of making this crew a documentary filmmaking team, I think is really fun. I think that's kind of a smart thing to do. It kind of gives everyone a bit of a role. But we'll talk about the execution in a little bit.
Yeah.
But the idea is cool.
Yeah.
And I just want to mention too, Owen Wilson is like proves that he is the best actor of the bunch in his like 2 scenes where he actually gets to do something. It's like, yeah, this guy actually acts. Yeah, Connor, go ahead.
So I got a couple things. I like how Ice Cube always has to say a lyric of his in a movie he's in. Like, I think this movie he said like
Coming straight out of Compton.
well, I think he said today's gonna be a good day or something like that, or today's a good day. When I watched The War of the Worlds, he was like, he said something, another lyric. And it's just like, I want to know if it's in his contract where like he has to just say his lyrics. Because they stick out a lot, but it's like, it's fun. This lyric, the line of like, there's like a million things in this jungle that can kill you, and then we see like a couple other things that can kill things. Like there's the wasp. They joke about piranhas. We see like a smaller anaconda kill a jaguar. It's
a wild
nice.
boar.
Yeah, the wild boar. It's nice that they say that. Like they're shooting in like the Amazon. It's nice that it's not just focused on like this giant anaconda. Like you can
Right.
actually see the other things that can kill people.
Yeah, they talk about that bug that crawls up the urethra through your pee.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. Love that line.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
didn't
was
cross my
something.
legs.
Yeah, I knew that thing existed, and then had not remembered about it until
then.
heard that line, and I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
And then they proceed to go in the water constantly.
yeah.
I would be like, hey man, I'm good. You chill out here. And then I guess the one thing we got to talk about that actually is pretty good is the animatronic snake.
Mm-hmm.
The animatronic anaconda is
That's
really
what else I had.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great. It operates really well. I hate snakes. Snakes are like my biggest fear, and I was like, that is a real fucking snake. In the scenes where the CGI or not the practical was used, not the CGI.
CGI is a different story.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
I mean, I like the way it moved. I didn't really care. I didn't hate the CGI snake either. I think it's just kind of like a product of the times.
Yeah.
And when you wanted to do like the things it had to do, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather them like it look a little worse if you can get scenes of like it snatching like Westridge out of the air.
Yeah,
Or
that's fair.
yeah, stuff like that. Or the scene of like it's swimming in the water and you just see like Gary in its stomach.
Oh, I've had that as
That
what
was-
didn't, that's what I had as what
Yikes.
didn't work. I'm like, that was
Yeah.
a little,
Like it, yeah, it looks.
I don't know. I might have to disagree with you on this.
No,
it
no,
looks
no.
pretty fucking gross a lot of the time.
It doesn't look great, but like the intent is there, and it's the best they can do. And I'd rather have like.
I mean,
I'd
is
rather
it
have
the
them-
best they can do though? This movie had a budget of $45 million.
all of it probably went to the actors though.
was
J-Lo
gonna
was
say
hot.
100%.
Ice Cube was hot.
Oscar winners are here.
Yeah.
And,
Yikes.
I would rather them try and miss than just like never show the snake.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I just the practical snake was much more effective.
Oh, for sure.
I also really like the most of the set pieces were pretty good. Like the waterfall, the first investigation with the snake, like the final set piece, they were all actually pretty entertaining, which you kind of need. Wasn't very scary for a horror movie about anacondas, but it was good. It was entertaining. What else you guys got that worked?
I liked it's incredibly gimmicky, but like the first person shots of like the animal perspectives,
Yeah.
Those are
They're-
always fun.
they're fun. They're gimmicky, but they're fun.
Yeah. Sam, did you have anything?
I mean, I guess I don't know if we want to lead into the what didn't work, but like for what worked with me is like I like the idea of I guess the concept of like we have these documentary people going out into a place that they're not like they don't know, and like it happens in real life,
Yeah.
and to shoot this thing. However, again, the
Yeah.
execution wasn't.
Yeah, we can. I think we can take that and lead it into our second category, which is what doesn't work about Anaconda. Which is the execution of the documentary stuff is basically non-existent.
How would you feel if this was like a found footage movie instead, or like a first person?
That would be cool.
Kind of like because like documentary style is very common in like horror movies of like haunted house. We're gonna film ourselves going to this like abandoned hotel. We're gonna film ourselves going to this river and see what we find. Like it could have been cool. Obviously, you can't have like a ton of effects if you do it like that, but could have been cool.
I mean, I think even just presenting it as a straight up like on-site documentary
Yeah.
could have been very cool. But yeah, no, they just like there's like 2 scenes of actual like semi-documentary stuff, and it's just really bad. It's just they just don't do anything with it. But the problem is the focus of the documentary is not the snake.
Yeah.
But like it could have been. Like they didn't have to have the goal being to find this tribe and then happening upon Jon Voight, they could have just had it be Jon Voight is their eccentric guide to do this documentary on anacondas.
Right.
And then you have so much more opportunity for documentary stuff.
The problem there, though, is like this movie is already trying to like do a lot of what Jaws did, and that's basically trying to make Jon Voight Quint.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It is. I was thinking about that in the shower this morning. Of like, this movie was
Weird.
really.
What? You're thinking about
Hear me
anacondas in the shower?
I just watched it. All right, I watched it this morning. Took a shower and got on to record, so it was fresh in my mind. No, the problem is like it does try and do the Jaws thing of like we're not really going to show the anaconda, which again was kind of a thing that really didn't work for me. But like where Jaws is like, yes, we don't show the shark until like the last 45 minutes of the movie or whatever it is. The entire movie is tangentially about the shark.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, it's like the first 45 minutes are about nothing, and then the anaconda shows up.
Yeah. Because like the scene that bothered me so much is like when they're fishing for it.
Yeah,
And it's like the thing could be on the land right now for all we know.
right. Why is it what? Yeah, that's a good that's a good point. Why
And
the
it's-
fuck is the anaconda just under the water the whole time?
Because that's what pissed me off. It was like this is just the Jaws scene of like, okay, this is Quint strapped into the chair, and like
Yeah.
of them like that first time they're fishing for Bruce.
Yeah. That, you know what? You're right. The anaconda could have been anywhere,
Yeah.
and on land especially.
Like, yeah, they have the monkey for bait, but like they're in the Amazon. This thing is the biggest fucking jungle.
Yeah, this is not a water-bound creature like a shark is.
Yeah. Which I guess, to be fair, and I guess I should have mentioned it for what works. I do like that with Gary's death, they kind of like do the fake out of like, oh, just get to the boat and you'll be safe. Like as they're trying to get out of the water, and then as soon as he gets on the boat, the snake's like, nope, I got you.
Yeah. Yep. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
What isn't good? Jennifer Lopez does
Everyone.
nothing in this movie.
Yeah.
Just a complete nothing burger in this film. Does not stand out in any way at all.
She's not even the one that killed the snake in the end.
No, it's Ice Cube, who
Yeah.
rocks in this movie. I did not get to mention Ice Cube is fucking awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, J-Lo just does nothing here. She's for a main character, she's just a complete nothing. And then on that same vein, I hated that they just took out Kale for the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here? What? So what else did you guys have that didn't work?
I guess on a more of like not like technical side, but more of the nitpicky side. Some of the small things I noticed when Jon Voight takes out his rifle and shoots the gun, it had zero recoil,
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this movie of just
and it was just like
Pew.
bang. I'm like,
Bang.
okay, that's so funny. You could easily tell
it's
that was
not even a
prop.
muzzle flash. It's just
Yeah.
bang.
And I guess the dialogue also was not that great.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I
There
mean,
is there is one line that stood out to me on that front.
The one line that came out to me was it was like, damn, the dart came out his back. It's like,
that
no
was a
shit,
pretty
it
bad
did.
one.
But I don't know. There was no lines in there. You know how some of these bad movies do have like a couple like I guess like conversations that like can mean something. Like there was nothing
Yeah. There's
in
just
this movie
nothing
about
here.
that.
My favorite line delivery comes from J-Lo at the end of the movie when they're escaping the anaconda. And she goes, "I'm gonna kill you, son of a bitch!" It's just like the most like what the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
And I guess like going like I know Ice Cube rocks in this movie, but man, his intro was not it.
What was his intro again?
I don't know. It was just he was just saying these like he's trying to be all like cool and everything like
Yeah,
that.
oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's not. I'm like, whatever.
It's not it. I have a question for you guys, because I wasn't sure if it was just me, but was on the sound mixing in this movie was like particularly bad, but was it just my stream, or did you guys notice it too? Because like there were multiple times where it's like really loud, intense moment happening, and then all of a sudden it just goes quiet, like while the action is happening. There's like one particular moment at the end of the movie, right at the end, where they're escaping the Anaconda. They're on the bridge. It's like big loud noises. Things are crashing around. Snake's making noises. J-Lo's trying to get out of the water or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's just like it just goes quiet, and it's just Ice Cube going, "Come on, let me help you up," or whatever. And it's like no other noise. Like the sound mixing, just the levels were just off the whole movie.
I didn't notice that.
I did not notice that either.
I don't know if I was really paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It could have just been my stream, but it was something that like legitimately annoyed me. Like while I was trying to watch it, I was like, "What is happening? Like, I should be hearing more stuff than this." And again, I wouldn't know. I mean, maybe they can do like a rewatch at another time or something. But yeah, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Connor, what did you have that you didn't like?
A lot. I mean, you just rip them off. You already mentioned it, but like the movie's not really interesting enough to take the Jaws approach of not showing the snake. It's something like the sequels are terrible, but it's at least interesting enough. They're fun enough where like they just have the snake show up a lot.
Yeah, right.
There's so many scenes too of like the characters will just talk to each other, and like they'll try to have like a meaningful conversation or an impactful conversation. It just cuts to Jon Voight making the dumbest face you've ever
he's
seen.
just like,
it's just like, oh, man, like, every time. We touched on the documentary not being important. This really bothered me too. You can't have non-Anaconda kills, and in a
there
movie
was
where
like
the
a 50-50 ratio between Anaconda kills and Jon Voight kills.
Well, Jon Voight kills Denise, and then Gravity kills Westridge.
Yeah.
The snake barely appears before like the halfway point.
Yeah.
Let's let the snake just kill everybody.
I know, right? That's what I was expecting, and then it was like not there. Didn't happen.
Yeah, just come on. Like imagine Jaws if like fucking Quint just like stab Hooper.
Yeah.
And just fed him to the shark.
Yeah. Like Brody's just chumming the water. It's like, damn, we got a lot of chum today. It's like, yeah, where do you think Hooper is?
What else did you guys have anything else? I think I kind of we did touch on the digital effects, which are quite bad. But I think we kind of touched on all the things that I didn't like about it.
Sorry, I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Triple fake out endings.
Oh my god.
Don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hate it. Especially when you have 18 minutes left in your movie. I looked.
Yeah. I know. I did too. I was like, oh, they killed it. We're good. It's ending. And then it was 15 more minutes. I was like,
and you dumped Jon Voight into the river. How wonderful. Why is there 20 minutes left in this movie?
Yeah.
And then within like the next 2 minutes, Jon Voight's back.
Yikes.
Yep. I'm like, oh, saw that coming.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you blew up the snake. Why is there still like 8 minutes left? It's like,
God.
come on, guys.
Yeah. Sam, anything else for you?
That's pretty much it.
All right, well, let's go to the best moment of this movie. I've got 3 nominees for you. I've got the crew encounters the Anaconda for the first time at night. The night scene where they're trying to lure it or whatever. This is the time when Owen Wilson gets killed. The tree stunt with Ice Cube jumping into the water when the specifically, not the whole set piece, but specifically the shot of the tree falling and hitting the boat, which does no damage to the boat, by the way. And then it's just like this far shot, and Ice Cube is jumping into the water like, whoa! I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. And then the snake eating Jon Voight.
Yeah, that's what I had.
So my vote was for the first encounter because it was actually kind of like the only scene of like actual movie in the movie. But I can also go with snake eating Jon Voight.
I mean, I liked the boat one because when Gary dies, it's like, because when Mateo dies, like no one really reacts because they're just like, yeah, he's fine. He's just not here. But when Gary dies, then people actually have a reaction.
Yeah. And it was like kind of a serious scene too. Gary was like starting to actually have a role in the movie. He was like, yeah, maybe we should trust Jon Voight. And I was like, yeah, he's dead immediately.
Yeah.
All right, best performance. I don't think there's any other choice. It's Jon Voight.
It's best and worst.
Yeah, he gives 110%. Gnarliest kill. This is our horror themed category for the gnarliest kill in the movie. It's got to be. Oh,
no,
I completely forgot about this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the best moments too. I think it's especially with Jon Voight's death. It's like how the camera's like inside the snake's mouth.
Yes, that was kind of the thing that prompted me to say the snake eating Jon Voight as one of the best moments.
I just want to
gnarliest.
shout that.
That will be my vote for gnarliest kill as well. Is being eaten and then regurgitated.
Yeah.
I could not find a what if for this movie. Shocker. So let's go to the modern day recast. So we are going to be recasting basically the top 5 roles here, which are J-Lo, Ice Cube, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Owen Wilson. I do have a bonus for Jonathan Hyde, even though we didn't discuss it. I kind of just I happened upon one in my mind, so I will present it to you guys. But let's start with Terry, who is played by Jennifer Lopez. Sam, who did you have to play Terry?
I mean, this is a tough one because like she doesn't do anything in the movie, but this is a name that we've pretty much happened upon almost every recast because she's a great final girl kind of. I had Kaylee Spaney.
Kaylee Spaney's a good pick. Connor, who did you have?
I went Lauren Lavera. She's the final girl for the Terrifier movies.
Okay.
Again, final girl.
Yeah, I went with. I tried to stick to the demographics of the characters, so I tried to pick a Latino or a Latina actress. I went with Isabella Merced. I think could actually bring something to the role, and not just be a nothing burger. That was the other thing too. Is like, how can I improve this movie with a casting and bring people who actually know how to act? So I went with Isabella Merced. Danny, played by Ice Cube. Connor, I'll start with you.
David Johnson.
David Johnson. That's a good pick.
Hot
I like
name
that
right
pick.
now.
Yeah, very hot. I again tried to match kind of the demos of the movie. I went with a rapper turned actor, Donald Glover.
He was on my list too.
Yeah, Donald Glover I think would be very fun and much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Ice Cube. I think he's actually quite good in this movie. But Donald Glover would be like better. Sam,
give me Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
I was also thinking him too.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's good.
He was just recently in Dead of Thieves 2 and Cocaine Bear. So
yeah.
I mean, I
like
can't
that.
go wrong.
It's a great pick. Okay, next we've got Paul, good old Jon Voight. Who did you? I'll start because it's my turn to start. This was the easiest one for me. This is the name that immediately popped in my head. It's Willem Dafoe.
I also had Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he can just play the crazy. If you were to ask someone to play like a crazy anaconda hunter in a jungle, like Willem Dafoe is the man who pops into your mind.
Yeah, that's the name I popped in right too.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Connor, you are not on the same page. Who did you have?
So I just thought of another name, but I just want to make sure I get it. Okay. So my pick was Antonio Banderas because he's kind of like this. He's kind of like this in Paddington 3. Paddington in Peru. Asai Morales too, the villain in the Mission Impossible Reckoning movies.
Oh yes. Okay.
Again, like kind of the treasure hunting vibe, but instead of treasure, it's a snake.
I like that. Okay, we've got Dr. Stephen Cale, played by Eric Stoltz, who is basically not in this movie. Who are you putting in this role? Sam, we're starting with you.
I mean, I'm just going to go Aaron Taylor Johnson. I mean, I don't...
Yeah, that's fair. Connor.
Give me Dev Patel.
Dev Patel. I've got two. Will Poulter and Jack Quaid were my two picks. I think kind of both of them can be that sort of role. And again, I just need someone to just kind of be there in the beginning and then get incapacitated and not be there to the end. All right, Gary, Owen Wilson's character. Connor, who do you have?
I picked, let me just make sure I get his name right too, Mason Gooding. I wanted someone who's got like kind of the cocky nature, kind of horny, but also easy to manipulate.
Well, in that same vein, I will give you, for my pick, Joe Keery.
Nice.
I think could be fun. Sam, what about you?
I had Oscar Isaac.
Interesting.
You have a real tendency to make any movie you cast extremely sexy.
Hottest. Yes, I do.
Just the hottest cast. I love it.
And Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, and
always one. Well.
What was it? It was
well,
Alien. It was the Alien one. I had everybody and Sean Bean.
Yeah, it was the most attractive cast ever, plus Sean Bean, who is also very attractive. Okay, and I just had a couple for Westridge because they just popped into my mind. I don't know if you guys actually pulled any for him.
I had one name in my head.
Okay, so I'll give you, as an older Westridge, I would love to see Bill Nighy in this role, just because he's like that posh British guy, but just age him up a little. But the one that I really love, let's get Daniel Day-Lewis into an Anaconda movie. Come on.
Oh gosh.
This is the role that he was born to play.
This is what he came out of retirement for.
Hell yeah. I need Daniel Day-Lewis to be just in a campy nonsense film. I need it in my bones.
Imagine method acting in an Anaconda movie.
I spent 13 months in the jungle.
Connor, what did you have for Westridge?
Hugh Grant.
Okay, I like Hugh Grant too. I like that a lot. All right, let's go. It's hot take time. So I've got two, but I'll start with Connor. What is your hot take here?
This movie ends so much quicker if they just don't stop to help Jon Voight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was exactly I had two. One of mine was, if I'm captain, Jon Voight does not get on this ship.
Like, because in a couple of my notes, it's like, Jon Voight is such like a slimy person. Like, you can sniff his vibe out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Not touching my ship.
Nope, not at all. That is not happening. Sam, what is your hot take?
I couldn't think of one.
Okay, well, I have one for you then, because I had two. This movie, and I kind of said it earlier, but this movie works better if it's a documentary about snakes and Jon Voight is there from the beginning. Because then he has an actual reason to be on the boat, and then we can get the snakes way earlier in the movie than halfway through. Okay, what happens the next day? This is an interesting one. I've got one for you. For me, what I imagine, taking the sequels out of play, what happens the next day is that tribe that they meet absolutely murders and eats the shit out of those three. They are dead immediately. That is a indigenous tribe of Amazonia, or not Amazonia, but of rainforest indigenous. They are eating those people. There's not a chance that they survive. Sam, what is your what happens next day?
Kind of going off of that, I said that like they get to the tribe and then the tribe says that like the Anaconda was like their guardian kind of like god, so
they
to
made
speak.
peace with the Anaconda.
Yes. So yeah. And
well,
then,
we kind of killed two of them. And they're like, what? And then my thing happens where they die. They get killed and eaten. Connor, what happens the next day?
They get big time lost in the Amazon and die. Just
so
they just ends in death.
Yeah, all of it ends in death for us.
They are not making it back.
Oh man. Oh, I mean, hey, I think so. All right, we are coming up towards the end of our review already, which means it's time to talk about if this movie is better with the Challengers cast in it. I think it could work. I think you'd have some better performances if you put
You absolutely would have better performances.
Yeah?
Would they fit, though?
I don't know if they would fit. Yeah.
Zendaya in Anaconda is not is not it. But it could work. It could be, it would be less campy. Okay, prop time. What do you have? Who wants to start?
I'll go. I'm gonna take the boat.
Oh, I like the boat.
You can easily have it as like a little party boat. So
Yeah, that would be sick. That would actually, it did have a lot of space for like party boat type vibe. I like that. I had one of Ice Cube's boombox or his bandana. This was my pick.
I was going to take Owen Wilson's puka shell necklace.
Oh, it's another good one. It's another good one. Okay, well, that is the end of our review. That means it's time to give our scores for Anaconda. This is probably one of our fastest reviews, unintentionally. But it is time, nonetheless, for us to review this movie. Connor, I will start with you. What is your score for Anaconda?
Well, I've never seen it in its entirety, but I've seen bits and pieces, and it's just never been interesting to me. And I like monster movies. I've seen the sequels, and this one is just not interesting. It's very slow in the first half. Doesn't use the snake enough, in my opinion, until the last 30, 40 minutes. I'm going to give it a 2.
All right. Sam, I'll go to you next.
First watch through for me. I've heard of this movie and heard how bad it was. And it really didn't catch me at all. I was kind of like really spacing out during it. And I don't know. It was just not good. The performances are weak. I think Jon Voight actually did a decent job at his character, portraying his character. But the practicality shot on site, those are great. But yeah, I have no interest in watching this movie again or watching the sequels because I'm sure the sequels are much worse. Yeah. I'm just gonna also give it a 2.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of right there with you. This movie is not great. It's got some good parts to it. There's some things that redeem it a little bit. Jon Voight is quite wonderful. Like you said, the on location shooting is quite fun, and the practical snake is actually pretty good. But it's quite boring in the first half of the movie. Nothing really happens, and then it doesn't get much more interesting after that. So, with that said, I am giving it also a 2. And Nathan, he is here. What is his score for the movie?
2 paws down.
Oh, no. Well, that puts us at a flat 2 for a score, which puts this movie in the 56th position of all the movies we have done. This is just below Baywatch.
Oh, no.
And just above Captain America Brave New World. So it sits there. And that is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. If you like this episode, subscribe, leave a rating, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. If you're watching us on YouTube, like the video and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. You can check us out on socials. Those will all be linked in the show notes below. Make sure to follow us on TikTok, where we're posting clips of these pods all the time. And you can also follow us on our website. You can see all sorts of content that we and some of our friends have written about movies, whether they be reviews or otherwise. And you can follow us on Letterboxd. And yeah, you can stay up to date on what we're watching when we're watching it. We had quite a big break between recordings, which means there was a lot of movies that you could have been kind of keeping an eye on that you didn't. So make sure to follow us there. And that is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. And we will see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.